The Forgotten Frontier. The vast emptiness of space stretched before Captain Rena Solaris, her eyes fixed on the holographic display that flickered with countless data points. The U.S. horizon cut through the inky blackness, a slender titanium arrow against the backdrop of distant stars. Behind her, the bridge of the starship hummed with quiet efficiency, a testament to human engineering and determination. Status report. Rena called out, her voice calm but authoritative. Years of interstellar exploration had honed her instincts to a razor's edge. Lieutenant Kai Rodriguez, the ship's primary navigation officer, responded immediately. "We're approaching the outer rim of the Andromeda sector, Captain. Quantum signatures are unusual." His fingers danced across the holographic interface, parsing through layers of complex data. Dr. Imani Okoro, the mission's lead xenobiologist, stepped forward. Her dark eyes were intense, focused on a series of readings that made little sense to anyone else. "These energy patterns," she muttered, "they're unlike anything in our database." The ship's alien diplomatic liaison, Zoran Vek, shifted uncomfortably. A member of the Krelnar collective, his crystalline exoskeleton caught the soft blue light of the bridge displays. "My people have extensive star charts," he began, his translator rendering his complex language into smooth human speech, "and I can confirm we have no record of such anomalies in this sector." Rena turned, her gaze sweeping across her diverse crew. Humans and alien allies worked side by side, a living proof of humanity's greatest strength: adaptability and cooperation. "Elaborate, Dr. Okoro." Imani brought up a holographic projection. Swirling patterns of energy danced between them, complex, almost alive. "These quantum fluctuations suggest something impossible. It's like something is trying to communicate, but not through any conventional means." The ship suddenly lurched. Alarms blared. Lieutenant Rodriguez's hands flew across the controls. "Unknown energy surge. Shields are fluctuating." Zoran Vek's crystalline form began to pulse with an internal light, a sign of heightened emotional response among his species. "This is beyond standard interstellar phenomena," he stated, a hint of both fear and excitement in his translated voice. Captain Solaris gripped her command chair. Years of training kicked in, transforming potential panic into calculated action. "Stabilize shields. Analyze the energy signature. I want to know what we're dealing with." Dr. Okoro's console suddenly erupted with a cascade of data. Symbols and mathematical equations she'd never seen before streamed across the screen. "Captain," she called out, her voice a mixture of scientific wonder and growing tension, "these aren't just random energy patterns. They're structured, almost like a language." The ship continued to vibrate, caught in some invisible grip that defied conventional physics. Outside the view screen, space itself seemed to ripple and bend, creating impossible geometries that challenged human understanding. "Quantum entanglement detected," Rodriguez reported, "but that's impossible at this scale." Zoran Vek moved closer to the display, his crystalline form reflecting the chaotic light. "In my centuries of diplomatic service, I've never witnessed anything like this. The Krelnar have explored thousands of star systems, and yet..." Captain Rena Solaris watched the unfolding mystery, her mind racing. Humanity had always been about pushing boundaries, about exploring the unknown. This was more than a scientific mission. This was a moment that could redefine everything they understood about the universe. "Maintain course," she ordered. "Whatever this is, we're going to understand it." As if in response to her words, the energy patterns began to coalesce. Something was forming. A message, a gateway, or something entirely beyond human comprehension. The U.S. horizon sailed forward, a beacon of human curiosity and courage, into the heart of the unknown. Whispers of rebellion. The quantum anomaly had transformed the U.S. horizon into something between a scientific vessel and a cosmic enigma. Captain Rena Solaris watched as Lieutenant Darian Frost analyzed the strange energy patterns that had begun to stabilize around their ship. "It's like nothing in our historical records," Darian muttered, his fingers tracing holographic interfaces that displayed swirling mathematical representations of the phenomenon. A veteran of special operations, he had seen his share of extraordinary missions, but this was different. Commander Viktor Petrov approached, his weathered face etched with lines of strategic calculation. "The energy signature is broadcasting," he said, "but not like any communication protocol we've encountered." Suddenly, a transmission cut through the ship's systems. Not a traditional signal, but a burst of complex quantum information that resolved itself into a series of images and fragmented memories. The bridge crew watched in stunned silence as glimpses of an alien civilization flickered before them. A world of crystal spires, beams of pure energy, and a civilization on the brink of total collapse. There, Dr. Okoro pointed. Those are remnants of a communication matrix. Someone, or something, is trying to send us a message. The transmission focused on a single figure, a woman with eyes that seemed to burn with an impossible intensity. Nexia Rel, the transmission identified her. A resistance leader from a civilization, crushed under the heel of a tyrannical galactic empire. Darian Frost leaned forward. "She's fighting something. But what?" The images showed a desperate struggle. Technological marvels being systematically destroyed. Entire planetary systems stripped of resources. And at the center of it all, a resistance movement led by Nexia Rel, using nothing more than human ingenuity, captured technology, and an unbreakable spirit of defiance. It's a warning, Viktor Petrov realized. And an invitation. The quantum nexus. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood before the quantum interface, her hands trembling with a mixture of scientific excitement and profound understanding. The transmission from the mysterious Nexia Rel had unlocked something extraordinary, a quantum communication network that transcended traditional understanding of space and time. "It's not just a message," she explained to Admiral Marcus Chen. "It's a key to understanding how advanced civilizations can resist total annihilation." Kel 4, the sentient AI that had been analyzing the data, projected a holographic representation of the quantum network. The communication matrix suggests a multi-dimensional resistance strategy, it observed, its voice a perfect blend of machine precision and almost emotional intensity. The quantum nexus revealed a complex story. Civilizations that had been thought extinct were actually operating in hidden quantum states, their consciousness preserved beyond traditional physical limitations. Nexia Rel's civilization was not destroyed. It had transformed. "They're waiting," Elena whispered, "waiting for someone with the capability to understand and help them." Admiral Chen studied the holographic display. Humanity had always been about adaptation, about finding solutions when none seemed possible. This was more than a scientific discovery. This was a cosmic rebellion waiting to be understood. "Prepare the quantum resonance protocols," he ordered. "We're going to make contact." As the U.S. horizon hummed with preparation, the quantum nexus began to pulse. Something was coming. Something that would challenge everything humanity thought they knew about resistance, survival, and the very nature of existence. The message was clear. The fight was far from over. Convergence of worlds. The quantum nexus had transformed the U.S. horizon into a bridge between realities. Area Nakamura, humanity's lead diplomatic negotiator, stood at the center of a holographic projection that defied traditional understanding of space and communication. Thorne Valdez, the pioneering terraforming engineer, worked alongside her. His hands moved across complex interfaces, creating adaptive communication protocols that could interface with the quantum network they had discovered. "We're receiving multiple dimensional echoes," Thorne reported, his voice a mixture of scientific precision and barely contained excitement. "Each quantum thread represents an entire civilization's collective memory." Xilax, the emissary from an ancient galactic civilization, materialized as a shimmering holographic projection. Unlike previous alien encounters, Xilax appeared to be more of a living information construct than a traditional biological entity. "Humanity stands at a unique point of convergence," Xilax communicated, its voice resonating directly into the minds of the crew. Your capacity for adaptation exceeds any known species in our collective records. Area studied the holographic displays, fragments of resistance movements, technological innovations, and survival strategies from countless civilizations flickered before her. Each represented a story of survival against impossible odds. We're not just receiving information, she realized. We're being invited to become part of a larger cosmic resistance. The quantum network began to pulse with increased intensity. Memories, technologies, and survival strategies from dozens of civilizations merged and separated, creating a living tapestry of resistance and hope. Thorne's terraforming expertise suddenly found a new purpose. The quantum network wasn't just about communication. It was a blueprint for survival, for rebuilding, for fighting back against total annihilation. Rebirth of Hope. Captain Julian Reyes stood on the bridge of the newly configured U.S. Horizon. The ship was no longer just a vessel of exploration. It had become a living testament to humanity's capacity for transformation. Dr. Liana Way, the mission's xenoanthropologist, worked tirelessly to decode the complex cultural and technological information they had received. This is more than just scientific data, she explained. It's a collective survival strategy developed by civilizations that refuse to be erased. Krell, a representative of a technologically advanced species that had survived multiple extinction-level events, joined the communication. Humanity's greatest strength, Krell observed, is not your technology. It is your ability to hope, to adapt, to resist. The quantum network had revealed a profound truth. Civilizations thought destroyed were actually existing in quantum states, preserving their essence, waiting for a species with the capability to understand and help them rebuild. Julian Reyes understood the magnitude of their mission. This was no longer just an exploration. This was a cosmic rescue operation. Humanity had become the bridge between lost civilizations and their potential rebirth. Prepare quantum resonance protocols, he ordered. We're bringing them home. The U.S. horizon began to pulse with an energy that defied conventional understanding. Quantum threads connected. Civilizations long thought lost began to reform, and humanity stood at the center of the greatest restoration project in cosmic history. They were no longer just explorers. They were saviors.